Hi, greetings. Name is Johnny Brown Lee. Go by the name of Sling K, the Renaissance Man. I'm a nationally touring speaker, author, and ghostwriter for relationship articles, hip-hop articles, and social commentary issues.
So can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Absolutely. The book is called Getting in Our Own Way, The Degradation of Student Organizations. It's designed to help student organizations basically address whatever problems they're having in their college organizations and take those from just being something of a 4-year party experience to the next level, so where they can affect a social issue or affect a change or even just get better results on their campus with their organization.
So where can we find this book?
Everywhere, literally. You can find it on my website, www.onemanmanytalents.com. That's www.onemanmanytalents.com. You can find it on Amazon, CreateSpace, Barnes and Nobles, the Apple Store, pretty much everywhere.
Okay, cool. How much is it?
Hey man, each how would I say the website set their own prices on that. So I'm gonna say, but generally about 10, somewhere between 10, 12, and ebooks are about half of that, somewhere about 6, 7.
All right. So what about your workshops? What kind of workshops do you do exactly?
Mostly, I was gonna say I do workshops on hip hop, obviously. So I do workshops based on the stuff that I write about. So I do hip hop workshops. I do I have a workshop entitled the same thing as the book, Getting in Our Own Way, Degradation of Student Organizations. I do that workshop. And I do Black History, Black Awareness workshops. I have the Breaking the Chains, Death to Willie Lynch Part 1 and Part 2. Both of those last 3 are the big 3 of what I do, I would say.
Okay. And where will you be doing these workshops at? Where can we find you? How can we book you?
You can find me at a conference or a college or a church near you. Hopefully, you can book me. I say go to the website www.onemanmanytalents.com. You can see videos of me. You can find out what the speeches are exactly about. You can put in an inquiry. Let me know what your budget is. Work with you. That's how you can get in contact with me. I'm usually at most student leadership conferences, contact conferences, anything. You need me for a Black History program, a Hispanic Heritage Month program, you just want a good history lesson, book me. I'm going to say we talk about racism, we talk about the history of racism, hidden racism, all of that type of stuff.
You guys have any questions you want to ask about?
How did you get started doing all this?
Started as a speaker, as a student actually. In college, we would go to conferences and I would end up always getting pulled up to speak. But with the student organization workshop, it's 2 different stories. With the student organization workshop, I was a part of one of the largest student organizations in the country at the time at Florida Atlantic University. I was a part of the Black Student Union. It was an organization of 600. And we would get invited to other student leadership workshops, and we'd always end up speaking. So at a certain point in time, I became the director of it, and that means that I did most of the speaking then.
Yeah.
So, but before then, I would do a lot of speaking, and the 2 Willie Lynch workshops came about based on something that happened on our campus. Essentially, a group of students came before the student government and they wanted to start legitimately, basically a Klan organization on campus. Black Student Union wasn't really gonna have that, you know what I'm saying? But like going through their paperwork for their student government application to start their club, we ran across you have to submit all kind of stuff of why your student organization should be accepted, why do we need it, other places where they have it, and they had all of these links. And when we started following the links, we started coming across like other Klan organizations, because they wasn't calling it a Klan organization, obviously. That would have been too obvious. They was calling it something else. And we started following the links, and we started coming across all these racist letters on Klan websites and militia groups.
So they came to you.
They didn't come to the Black Student Union.
That's right.
They came to the student government meeting though. But
so that was pretty.
We were it was a few of us in the student government, and it was like, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sounded funny at the time, and when you started researching it, it was like, hey. And when we came across the Willie Lynch letter, it was like mind blowing. Like people are teaching this to people. Like, this is extremely racist. You know what I'm saying? So that's how part one came about. Part one came about because I basically started taking that letter and letting other people read it, because people had heard about the Willie Lynch letter, especially the old one, but we didn't even know there was a new one. And this is say year 2002 or something. So we don't even know how long the letter was out or nothing, but we know that we found it on a Klan website, and if we'd have been smart about it at the time, we'd have kept all of the schools that had these kind of groups and whatnot, and you know what I'm saying. But at the time, we were just trying to fight the problem on our campus, so we didn't really stay with it. And part two of the workshop came about because after I'm done with part one, I used to get so many questions about it, so I just started taking all of those questions about slavery or about racism or hidden racism or things in the country that are like, we know they're racist or we don't know, you know what I'm saying. So I just started putting them into a presentation for people, because people didn't know what these things were. So a lot of people hear that things are hidden racially, but they don't know what they are, or they don't know that. You might hear people say, oh man, we do things from slavery still. What? You know what I'm saying? So now I have the answers to give you. When somebody asks that, it's like, well, what things do we do still from slavery? How does slavery still affect the way we live today? Easy. You know what I'm saying? That's how part two came about, so that rather than trying to make a 4-hour presentation, because and you get booked for a presentation. The average college student, they got a 1 hour, 2-hour thing. I got class to go to in the morning, bro. Sitting here for 4 hours. Care if it's Black History Month or not. Care if it's Hispanic Heritage Month at all.
No, that's dope.
It was good, but you're not that good. So break it down into two different things, and that's how those came about. So those big three workshops, I find it funny, they all came from college experience. Just exact things I went through in college.
No, that's cool, man. That's good that people are out here actually still caring about stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, what they actually find out is that these things happen on their campus too. They just didn't know that they had a voice, or they didn't know that these things were possible to fight. You know, a lot of people just figure that that's the way things are, and things don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about student organizations, the money you get doesn't have to be the money you accept. There's a way to get that money. The events that your school holds, there's a way to make another kind of event come about on your campus. The administration treats the students like this. There's a way to fight that. Your student organization experience doesn't have to be general meetings and complaining. Your student organization experience doesn't have to be 4 years of us finding a way to fundraise and throw a party. Your student experience can be something real. What you learn in a student organization could set you up for a job. Prime example. I became a speaker based on what we did. You know what I'm saying? The activism that we was fighting becomes 2 workshops. And that student government experience becomes me telling students, well, how do you have an organization of 600? How do you have the kind of money that we have? Our organization had a $200,000 budget.
Mm-hmm.
I go to schools now, and their office, like their multicultural affairs office, doesn't have $200,000. Like, how did you get that as a student?
Yeah.
Here's how. I can't guarantee that you'll get 200,000. I can't guarantee that you'll have 600 members, but I can teach you how to maximize the money you have. I can teach you how to maximize the number of people in your organization that you currently have. So maybe you have 20 people, but I can show you how to make that 20 work like 60.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, if you got an organization of 60, 20 people work anyway. So I can show you how to make that work.
I respect that, man.
And it doesn't even matter what kind of organization it is. It doesn't have to be a black student union. I can show you how to make a NAACP work. I can teach you how to make a national organization for the marijuana laws organization work. I can teach you how to make a student government work. It's all the same thing. It's just a matter of you just got to know what your goal is and how to maximize that. And that goes right into the community. You know what I'm saying? The same way we do student organization stuff, we take that stuff and go right into the community. We take that to community organizations. We take that to our church. We take all of that to our job. On my internship, I knew how to fill the paperwork out the first day. I was like, oh, just like student government there. Take that right to the real world.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the different like websites you've written articles for and stuff like that?
Okay, you know what? I technically can't even really say
All
on
right.
the real, just because I'm gonna say just because I signed up as a ghostwriter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll put it in a secret way like this. If it's on the music side of the game, everybody big you can think of right off the top of your head. And even with the websites thing, I mean, like even your social issues where you would find out different things. I want not the big news sites, obviously, not that big yet. Doesn't mean it won't change. I'm finna say, and I'm actually trying to get more so out of the ghostwriting side of the game now, because I've reached a point in my life where I have a voice that I don't have to send it through somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I kind of got into the ghostwriting thing because, well, it paid and I needed it. And when I first got out of college, I didn't have a job. I couldn't get a job in my field of urban planning. So I had these skills and I was already writing articles, but it just spread to other stuff. Like people respected the fact that they knew I knew music. And they knew I did workshops, and they'd be like, well, what's your opinion on this? I got a connection for you. He's writing something, he may be able to use you for something, and that's how all of that spread. And the same thing with relationship stuff. Relationship stuff came from somebody seeing stuff I would post or advice that I gave to like my female friends, and they would be like, yo, like why is nobody putting that in a book? Like my Facebook post literally got me a job writing relationship articles.
Wow.
And so that's it. The next step is to make the next time you see something, it's my name under it, because ghostwriting for the most part don't necessarily have a future for you unless you can continuously get big name people that need you.
And of course, everyone always wants the credit that they're the.
I want the credibility. I want a bigger check too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't about the money. I mean,
no, of course.
But
yeah.
I mean, like at the end of the day, as like one of the reasons some people be like, well, why don't you be a feature writer? There's perks to being a ghostwriter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The perks of being a ghostwriter is if I don't want to write it, I don't write it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I don't. For some of the people I write for, they usually give me the thing they don't want to write or the thing they don't have time to write. It's just like if you in college, anybody ever been in college and you get somebody to write a paper for you? Same thing, it's no different.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing. It's like, yo, I don't have time. I'm not good at this. And sometimes in the print industry, it's like they'll be like, oh, they might, let's say a certain website gives their staff 5 articles to write. Right? Well, 5 articles in a month don't sound bad, but it's not a month. In all honesty, you got 5 articles that knock out in basically 2.5 weeks, because last week is edit, last week is print, and when they edit it, they may send it back to you, rework this, you're not going to have this amount of column inches, you're not going to do this, yada, yada, yada. So you might hire somebody to knock off one, and you might not get to choose your assignment. If you have to do an article that requires you to do some research, that's going to eat up that time you would have to do those other 5 articles, especially if it's something you don't know or something you're not particularly fond of. I don't really care about this, yada, yada, yada. So if you can get somebody to do it, you can. But I mean, like for some other writers I know, I don't want to be in that situation where somebody's winning an award or getting a large check and I'm still getting a percentage of that check. I mean, like if I wrote it, I want it.
Yeah.
I want the credit and I want the money. So people already respect what I say. They love me on Facebook. They love me on social media, and they love me when I speak. So I might as well get the credit for it.